guess we're going to the worms.
Nock would suggest to try finding this table.
There is no tavern that is called just the table, but there is one that is called the spherical table.
All right, well, back home we go. After the worms, before the worms, same time as the worms.
And she's actually looking at the brain. She's trying to figure out if it will last them going to the tavern first.
You think it could last a little bit, but you don't know enough about the cult of worms to know how fresh the brain needs to be for the worm's magic to work.
And she's kind of hem-hawing a little bit, and she says, well, I mean, this is organ out of body, so it might start decaying, probably already has, actually. At the same time, if we don't go soon enough to tavern, who we're looking for might go. Which would be unfortunate, and which would, lead to a lot more walking around of the Spire. What do you think?
Block Smash is going to look at Weak Strike and tell him to go to the tavern and tell Arthur to beat up any gutterkin humans or Elfir that are there and keep them there.
Beating Elfir is going to land your entire order in jail, or make your entire order dead, but Gutterkin and humans don't have the same stats, so you might be able to pull it off by telling Squire Weak Strike to do that.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to include Elfir because he's been drinking for, what is this, probably 6 hours now?
Okay, so you're asking something from your bond, so roll 2d10 because it's within your squire's domain to ask this. Okay, 9. So that is success without stress. So he'll pull it off without straining your relationship. He leaves and...
Oh, and sorry, Nock would have also provided what all these people look like in terms of what Tina told her.
Okay, and you yourself head towards the cult of the worms. After having climbed all the way to New Heaven in the Spire, you now have to return to its base, which takes you quite some time. You arrive finally at the bottom of the bottomless pit to see a huge pile of corpses and trash that has been thrown from all of the different floors of the Spire and have accumulated here. Just standing on the heap is a danger, as you don't know when something might fall in your general vicinity. But you still brave those dangers, walk up to one of the shambling elves that is part of the cult of worms. You see that they are wearing what looks to be the dark skin of another Drow above their body, and that they have a worm coming out of one of their eyes. And they say to you, welcome, look smash of the three-dimensional table. Welcome, Lisa of the Forgotten Name. You have traveled far, and now you wish for our aid.
Nock kind of looks around. She's like, who is Lisa? We only two of us here. My name is Knocknees. Nice to meet you. I love what you do with your outfit. It is so fashionable. I have a brain for you.
Oh, yes. A delicious brain. Give it here.
But we will need some information from the brain, yes?
Yes, of course.
Wait, do you have some kind of secret handshake to seal the deal? Do we need to sign some papers?
Oh, we do have a handshake. And they extend their hand, and you see 3 worms between the fingers of the Drow's hand. The worms have teeth, but not small teeth like a Drow teeth.
Mm-hmm. She actually kind of looks at his hand and she goes, is that coming out of you? I'm so curious. Are they just wrapped around, coming out of skin? Why do they have teeth?
Well, if you want to learn the many secrets of the worms, all you have to do is join us.
I'm okay for now, but it is something I will consider. It's definitely a good future plan. I'm thinking ahead. If I'm not dead, I come back here. We do the joining thing. But maybe I give you brain?
Yes, give us the brain.
You seem to be very much looking forward to that. I don't know, should I be concerned? Look, Smash, what do you think?
I think he needs to relax and have a drink.
Yes, drink. Give us something to drink.
Alright, he's gonna toss his flask of alcohol, which is fantastic for worms.
Okay. So the member of the Cult of Worms just takes it in their hands and looks at it and smells it and says, "No, that is not blood," and throws it over their head.
That was unfortunate.
I know, terrible waste. If I knew they wanted blood, we could have brought the rest of the body, maybe drained it into a nice wine decanter.
But the secrets in the brain are the most tasty part. Give it now.
What about
Give it to
secrets
us.
in kidneys? Maybe in small intestine?
We do not need the kidneys to know someone's secrets. For example, I just had to look at this fool to know that his kidneys are dying. And eating his kidneys would only tell me how many times he'd been drunk. No, the brain.
No. I think you would know more by the liver. You see, the liver, that's the organ that goes when you drink too much. But maybe kidneys too, but I've heard of the liver. Are you sure about kidneys? And as she's talking, she's handing the brain over.
Okay. They take the brain and instead of answering to you, their one good eye just goes up and 5 more worms come out from underneath their sleeves and enter the brain and start burrowing inside of it and consuming it. You're going to have to roll to get them to, work with you. Because you have the domain occult, I'm allowing you to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
And it's a difficulty of 1, so it's going to downgrade your roll.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so 5 goes from failure to critical failure. So you take double stress. Can you roll 1d6 and double that? So you rolled a 6 and I rolled a 3. This is moderate fallout. You're going to get a broken arm. So here's what happens. As you're handing the brain over, the cultist grabs your hand and the worms start to feed on the brain that is held by your hand. But the worms burrow into your arm too. And at the same time, 5 other cultists from among the pile of corpses and junk rise and they start to surround you and to shamble in your direction, their worms slithering in expectation of a good meal. You can't use your arm until it heals, which will take a month or so, or require powerful healing magic. And since you are taking fallout, it lowers your stress by 5.
So this guy just threw away my alcohol and then started hurting my friend. So I'm going to get my lance out and impale him on it if I can.
You have the fight skill, so roll 2d10. And since you are fighting a lot of them at once, it's also a difficulty of 1.
Fantastic.
4. That is a failure and it downgrades it to a critical failure, which means you take double stress. Roll 1d6.
Does my armor help in this in any way?
It does. You take 1d6 times 2 minus 3. And then your armor would not play a role again in the game until you take the time to repair it or things like this.
7.
I rolled under 7, so you take fallout in blood also. A stress of 7 is also moderate fallout. You impale the member of the Cult of Worms, and they smile and throw up a bunch of worms onto your spear, and the worms start to slither towards you, which means you have a choice. You can either have the fallout of letting go of your weapon and not having it for the rest of the adventure, or holding onto it and getting worms in your arm just like Knockknees did.
I have enough alcohol in my bloodstream that the worms won't take, so I'll just hold on to the weapon.
You hold on to the weapon, and despite the alcohol in your bloodstream, the worms still enter your flesh, and you can see them squirming up your veins towards the top of your arm. And the rest of the cult is moving ever closer. By the way, there is no initiative in this game, so whenever you feel like taking action, you take action. And I don't ever roll. I only describe things that happen based on whether or not you get stress and fallout.
Alright, so I can't use this arm, right?
Yeah, you are one arm short. Your character was so drunk you weren't using your best arm with your lance until now, and so now that one of your arms is broken, you take it with your good hand, and you're able to act again. What are you going to do?
Going to try to hit. Well, is this one still alive?
Yes, you've pierced their heart and they're still moving.
I'm going to grab Noctis and start running away.
This is going to be a pursuit check. 2. Okay, so you take regular fallout from this. So roll 1d6.
This is going so great for us.
Yep.
That is good. That is really good.
I love how it highlighted the 6 in green.
You don't get fallout from... Wait, no. You had a fallout of 7, and then it's got lowered to 2, and now with your 6, it's back to 8. And I rolled a 7, so you do get fallout again. And since you had 8, it's also moderate fallout. You get memory holes. The worms reach your brain, and it's going to lose you parts of your memory. The GM and every player aside from you work together to determine what you did that blocked out from your mind while you step outside of the room or during downtime. These are generally pretty awful things, and they can have happened up to a year ago in game time or immediately upon suffering fallout. Your character has zero memory of the events, but everyone else involved knows what happened. So I think you black out, and you're going to take off your headphones for just a bit, and when I wave at you, you can come back while Anna and I determine what happens during the blackout.
Alright.
Here's what I suggest. We do something that gets you out of this situation, but that is pretty horrible. So either he joins them because the worms are in his brain, and he has to do something horrible in order to, gain control again, or you run away and he does something horrible when he's in control, and you manage to get the worms out of him by pushing him into water or something.
Okay, what would the horrible thing be that he does?
Oh, I've got an idea. And his squire was never heard from ever again.
No, that was a good kid.
So how about the squire comes to see you at the pile? You manage to get out of there, and the squire offers his body against that of Look Smash. And the worms agree to leave the body of Look Smash because it has too much alcohol and not enough of a good brain to eat, in exchange for Light Skin Wick Strike, the squire. And you drag Look Smash out of there, and he doesn't recall what happened. And you don't have to tell him. Sounds good?
Okay, sounds great.
Look Smash, you open your eyes and regain consciousness. The first thing you feel is the horrible pain in your arm, and you can see there's great scars where your gray skin looks completely black. Trails of where the worms have crawled up towards your brain, and you have a horrible headache. On top of that, you have Knock-Knee's mask centimeters away from your face, just slapping you awake. And you are in a street not too far from the North Docks. I think you are under the Great Bell, which is an ancient artifact of your people that used to be able to call magical servants to aid the Drows, but has long since been broken by the elves and is displayed here as a sign of their victory over your people. And you're under it.
I don't remember drinking that much recently. I mean, not enough to get blacked out. I haven't done that for years.
Well, what is the last thing you remember?
Getting eaten by worms. It was disgusting and terrible, and I'm surprised I didn't instantly die.
Yes,
the benefits of being a complete drunk.
I'm very surprised too. I definitely have. Broke my arm is very unpleasant, quite painful. I just kind of want to take a nap for a month. But we managed to get away with our lives intact, which is great. I mean, this is a huge bright side. We're talking now, both alive. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's better than being dead, honestly.
I know that's what I told myself, and that's what I thought that you would say as well. By the way, if anything happened to someone you were close to, would you be very upset?
I don't know how much have I had to drink at that point.
You're sober. It's a new sensation. You're sober, and the headache you think might be partly because of the fact you're sober, and also partly because you had worms in your brain until a few hours ago.
I guess I'd feel bad. I mean, drinking helps with that.
Okay. Would it be the sort of bad that would impair you in doing this whole murder investigation? You know, hypothetically.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we get you a drink first and then we have a talk, okay? I think that would be...
That sounds excellent. Do we solve the murder? Are you buying me 5 drinks now? I mean 10 drinks?
Well, we'll discuss that. Let's start with 1 drink for now until you're feeling a little better, okay?
I suppose.
Maybe stop by somewhere to get our arms bandaged up. That would also be useful.
What are these weird black spots on my arm?
Probably something from the worms. It's okay, it looks great. I look at that, I think, oh, cool tattoo.
That Lock Smash is going to, like, flex.
Flexing your arm hurts terribly due to the fact that you have chunks of your muscles missing now.
He's not going to nod his head, he's going to crumple over in pain then.
Oh, is that... Are you okay? She's, like, awkward patting him on both shoulders.
No, because you've got one of your arms not working.
On
too,
one shoulder.
So you can tap him on one shoulder.
I keep forgetting the arm thing. Yeah, she's kind of like tapping him on one shoulder with kind of the tips of her fingers.
Lock Smash is going to say yes, getting drunk seems like an excellent idea.
You know, I agree. Maybe we get drunk, maybe we find nice doctor who patch us up, hopefully for free. Spending a lot of money today. Let's go. What is closest drinking place to here? Do you know?
Going to use my pub crawler ability.
Okay. You can roll 1d10 because there is a table to know what is the closest bar. Also, if you go and get yourself patched up, if it's not at the spherical table, you might incur silver stress. You roll a 10, so the Heathen's Rest is the nearest pub. It's also a place where all talks of religion is forbidden. And can you roll 1d10 to determine what is strange about this tavern, and another d10 to determine what is going on tonight in the tavern?
Okay.
3, it is a warren of smaller rooms, so it doesn't have like a big tavern room. It looks like it was a flat that got repurposed into a tavern. And a 10, what's going on tonight at this bar? A sort of dance-off.
Okay.
Yeah, some people are having a magnificent drunken dance-off in the middle of the tavern.
Alright, I know the landlord. Does the landlord like me?
I'm gonna say yes, because some good things have to happen to you today. He likes you only because you fended off another group of knights that were paying their drinks even less than you were.
Right.
You settle down in the tavern and start drinking.
Also, where is this tavern on the map?
It's right here, next to the Sundered Bell. It's not in the North Docks. The knights don't have jurisdiction in this part of town.
So what is the roll for getting treatment?
6.
Great, and the dice gods!
8 is a success with no stress, so you are able to get someone who knows a bit about the worms to patch you up. You're not going to be able to use your arms, but now you've got like a cast around them that stops your arms from moving in a way that would cause any problems. And also you get an elixir for the venom of the worms that makes people twitch uncontrollably in the places where they've been bitten, which hurts terribly.
Okay.
Look, Smash, he's going to pour the whatever concoction it is in his mug of alcohol in it and drink it like that.
That's one way to do it. Okay,
Probably
so
not the best way.
you start getting drunk, and because the news you're about to receive could cause stress to your mind, I'm going to ask you for a roll. If you have the skill, resist. Roll for 1d6, and it's going to be multiplied by 2.
4.
So that's 4.
What happens if you roll above?
If I roll above, your stress accumulates, but you don't get fallout. But that means that the next time I roll for your total stress, you're more likely to get severe fallout instead of just minor fallout. And I rolled above it, so you don't get any fallout, so you don't get any new conditions, but your total stress is at 7 right now.
Right.
So you get drunk enough that the news Knocknees is about to give you doesn't give you any penalties, but might still make you sad. And remember, in the meantime, right behind you in the small room that used to be a bedroom, and there's still a bed, that's what you're sitting and drinking on, right behind you there's an aggressive dance happening.
With her good arm, Knocknees is trying to give him comforting pats on the back. You know, when we were almost dying and all the worms were there and we probably would have gotten up eaten. You remember, yes?
Yes.
Well, let's just say that something happened and we managed to not die and to essentially get out of there. But in the process, there was this person who came to help us, and I mean, he might be dead, so I would maybe, if your squire has any family, maybe send them a note, be like, we are so sorry, this is what happened.
Can I just say one thing? That is really nice of you to go easy on him and to tell him his squire is dead, because I think what I described to you is actually worse.
Oh, God.
She's softening the blow.
Okay.
You know, it's she doesn't think she's wrong, but she's not, being harsh about it.
Good, okay.
He's gonna grunt and say, yes. Yes, that's kind of a good thing. His life is not great. Wouldn't have done well here. Probably would have got killed anyways. And as he's saying that, tears are kind of leaking out of his eyes.
And Knocknees is nodding and she's like, yes, life is terrible and we're all going to die.
And at that he starts bawling his eyes out.
Oh, no. You keep liquid in. You keep liquid in, not out. Oh, you want another drink? What can I do? I'm not good in this situation.
He's gonna nod at the, do you want another drink?
Okay.
And then, he's basically not going to stop drinking until he's blacked out again.
She brings him a bucket in case he pukes.
While you are drinking, to look smashed, this sort of happens in the haze happening to your right. You don't really pay attention to it. But Stinkfoot arrives and wants to talk with Knocknees. Stinkfoot says, hello, how's your research going right now?
Oh,
That
terrible!
thing you were talking to me about.
I broke my arm. Well, not me, more like the worms broke my arm, and then they broke arm of my friend, somebody died, but, not us, so I think that's sort of okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I just wanted to see if you needed any more help finding those parchments that were stolen.
Oh, I would say we do need help. I mean, now I only have one hand to look at parchments. Other hand, see this cast? It's in there.
Well, tell me what's going on with the case, and I'll see how I can provide assistance, okay?
Let's just say she launches into basically a verbal reenactment of everything.
So
there's some actual enactment as well, like you get up and start poking at stuff like you have a lance.
Probably.
I think someone in the background assumes you're starting to participate in the dance-off and starts pretending that they're waving a sword at you, participating in the reenactment as a dance-off. At the end of this, Stinkfoot says, I can see you've been through a lot, both of you. I'm gonna go and try to find these 3 people, see if I can do anything to help with the case, alright?
Okay. Oh, if you see anyone we both know, you tell them hello from me, okay?
Yes. Goodbye. And Stinkfoot leaves.
Okay, bye. Was there anything weird she noticed about that interaction?
Yeah, Stinkfoot is supposed to still be on duty, but yet Stinkfoot is coming to help.
Okay. She is mildly concerned.
Good! That's the state I hope to keep my players in at all times.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.